This conference will now be recorded.
Very good. Okay, so I want to tell about the CPU and RAM. So tomorrow morning I will take a 1 hour session, just hardware related basic troubleshooting things, one shot. So first we'll see. So what is the RAM and ROM? Okay. So here it is, primary memories. Okay, what are the primary memories? One is RAM and another one is ROM. What is RAM? Anyone? Random access memory. And what is ROM? Read only memory. RAM is a volatile memory. It is a very childhood days notes only, but some people may forget. That's why I'm putting it. Okay, volatile memory. ROM is a non-volatile memory. Non-volatile memory. Volatile memory, non-volatile memory. So, what is volatile memory? What is a volatile memory? It is a temporary. It is a temporary. Temporary means when power off or a piece is off, data lost. Power is off, data lost. Non-volatile is like a permanent. It is a kind of permanent. So its meaning is even even when power off, data still remains. Okay, very simple words. Remains in remains. That's it enough. Meaning is no data loss. Okay, no data loss. So that is a RAM and ROM differences. Whenever the question came, like what is the difference between RAM and ROM? So you have to tell random access memory, read-only memory, volatile memory, non-volatile memory, temporary, permanent memory. So when power is off, data will be lost automatically. Okay, so even when a power is off, no problem, data will be remains in the chip. Okay, so no data loss. So the point is no data loss in the uh, ROM chip. But originally, how RAM look like. Is a little bit different. RAM is a like this. RAMs are look like this one. It is a independent component on a motherboard. Okay, these are a independent means these are a individual part. We can insert it and we can remove it. We can insert the RAM and we can able to remove the RAM also. We can change the RAM, okay, without doing much hard work or soldering kind of stuff. Okay, so no need to do anything. Simply we can insert the RAM and we can remove the RAM also. But if you go to the ROM, no. Okay, so if you go to the ROM, so ROM is a very big a chip which is usually on the just like this. It's little bit difficult to open, and most of the ROM chips are enhanced in your motherboard. So you don't have a choice to change your ROM chips. Okay, it is soldered to your motherboard usually, or sometimes it is like this. You can remove it, but you cannot put anything in this one. Okay, so when you are telling just for a normal sake only, we are telling the differences, but okay, but most of the ROMs are on the onboard only. Okay, onboard, even if you remove it, but there is inside a program that is permanent program, we have to rewrite the program again. So we'll go to the ROM chip again. So but meantime just we'll see. So only one person is added, that's it, nothing more. Okay, so first of all we'll see what is RAM. Already we discussed about a RAM kind of stuff. Is this is a CPU and this is the RAM. Yeah, someone, my voice is not audible. Okay, wait. If is any mic testing is there. Ayo, what is happening here? No. This is completely backwards. The whole go to meeting is good. Yeah, this is also not closing. Okay, better it is closed. One second, otherwise I will verify my internet speed again. So then it may give us very. It is less internet speed, so only one internet now. Okay, okay. On average speed only, not full speed. Actually, I will get a 50 Mbps for this laptop. Okay, due to power cut in my area, so I'm getting very slowly. Okay, so what is the RAM? So what is the RAM duty here? Simply say it load the data from your secondary memory devices like a hard disk, CD, ROM, floppy disk, ROM chip. From ROM also it will load the data. From ROM chip, hard disk, CD-RAM, DVDs, keyboard, mouse, everything through I/O controllers. Data will be loaded to RAM. RAM load the data to CPU through the cache memory. So this is I explained earlier. Same thing only. So RAM load the data. Okay, RAM will load the data to RAM, RAM to CPU, CPU to RAM, and RAM to outside. It means RAM never stored data. It is never stored data. So I will give you one example. Last time I got this in a mind, so that is an example. Okay, think like this. This is my well, or a sump or a something like that. Okay, it contains some water. Okay, and I have a something. Another some arrangement is there. Okay, so I want to pour some water from here to here. So what I've done, okay, I took a bucket. Okay, I fetch the water into the bucket and I pour the water into this something like a drum kind of stuff. Okay, from sump to drum, I fetch the water from the sump and I put a water in the drum using a bucket. So I'm fetching, pouring, fetching, pouring, fetching, pouring. So am I storing anything here? Actually,
No, sir.
yes. Actually, by permanently I'm not storing anything. simply I'm fetching means temporarily I'm storing and I'm pouring. So that is the main RAM. That's a non-volatile. No need to power off. So I'm running so many data here. So it will load so many things and it is given to CPU and CPU to here and done. Once it is done, data work is completed, instruction is completed. It remove the data automatically, remove from here and load it new one. It always load new one. Otherwise, what happen? I start a computer at 9 o'clock. By now it is 1 o'clock. By this time, my RAM will be full. No need to power off and all. So, my almost morning 8:30 to 9, I will start my laptop. By night 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, I will shut down. So by the time I need a 2 terabyte or 3 terabyte of RAM if it is stored permanently. If it is even a temporary or permanently, it have to store lot of. I need a very big RAM. Room full of RAM is required per day. Okay. So otherwise, every 1 hour I have to turn off the computer to remove the data. It is not like that. It fetch the data and pour the data. So that is the RAM functionality. Okay. So next one. RAM is random access memory. What is random? You can pick anything. I can access this file or that file or anything. Just if you go. So here is you can see lot of files are it is showing. I can open this file or I can open this file or I can open this file or I can open this one. No need to go with the one by one. So you can open any data directly. So that is a mainly RAM capacities. RAM when you buying a RAM. So first of all, you should see the clock speed. Okay, so must matches with the your CPU model. So what are the CPU model you purchasing? Your RAM model should be matches and motherboard also because different type of RAMs not compatible with a different type of motherboard. So compulsory your motherboard and RAM must be the model matches and CPU and RAM the speed matches is important. Next, of course, size of the CPU is important, and of course, size of the CPU. Sorry, size of the RAM. Okay, RAM size. RAM size is in a like a 2 GB, 4 GB. Don't use 2 GB nowadays. I think 2 GBs are not there for a DDR4. 8 GBs, okay, 12 GBs, 16 GB RAMs. Size of the RAM. Now, size of the RAM will be decided based on your CPU and motherboard only. Clock speeds also same thing 1600 megahertz. Okay, 2400 megahertz. Different speeds are there. 3200 megahertz. Okay. Just once try in a Amazon or Flipkart type RAM, and you will get lot of details. Look at it so you will understand. So what I'm speaking. Okay, just how I show it. Okay, so this clock speed. So you have to check with the CPU and as well as a motherboard must match with a mainly model and clock speed with the CPU and type of RAM must be matches with the motherboard also. Size of the RAM, number of RAMs, number of RAMs completely based on a motherboard only. Now we'll see type of RAMs. So RAMs are two types. One is static RAM, another one is dynamic RAM. Static RAM is made up of, also called as SRAM and dynamic RAM also called as DRAM. SRAMs are used for cache memories for CPU purpose. Already I explained what are the cache memories. It is mainly for cache memory purpose only. What is cache memory? So it is built inside of a CPU. Why is not audible? Audible. Okay. I think it is speed is okay, but so I will use one single hand only because my mic is near to me, so that's a given. Okay, cache memory. So static RAMs are not used for a regular RAM purpose. It is only for cache memory purpose only. Dynamic RAMs for a PC purpose. Dynamic RAMs are a PC purpose only. These dynamic RAMs further develop into SDRAM, okay, ECC RAM, EDO RAM, VRAM, like that. So these dynamic RAMs are developed into different type of RAMs. What is SDRAM? SDRAM means synchronous dynamic RAM. SDRAM is synchronous dynamic RAM. This SDRAM means synchronous dynamic RAM further developed into DDR. So actual name of the DDR is DDR SDRAM. Complete name of DDR is DDR SDRAM. Lot of people think DRAM is developed into DDR. No, no. It is a next level of SDRAM. SD means synchronous dynamic RAM. Synchronous dynamic RAM. DDR double data rate. DDR double. What happened to me? Double data rate. So easy one is Google. What is SDRAM? Synchronous dynamic. Synchronous dynamic RAM. It is further developed into DDR. Okay. So what is DDR? So now we can't able to recollect all of this. Yeah. Double data rate SDRAM. Next, this as the DDR next level. Next level of DDR is DDR2, and next one is DDR3. Next level is DDR4. Okay, these are the RAMs. One second, guys. Wait. Okay. So the current RAM in a market is DDR4. But when you see a DDR5, make sure that is not a your RAM. That is a DDR5 and DDR3 mainly for GPUs, graphic cards purpose. Graphic cards purpose. Okay, so DDR5 usually DDR3 and DDR5 graphic cards. internal part of graphic cards only. Okay. Okay, so that is the thing. So yeah, CPU graphic cards, that is I didn't tell, but we'll see that one also. Okay, these are the different type of RAM models. Of course, the RAM package is also there. What is this packages? Means how RAM is look like. Okay, the way of chips, the way of connectivity is so different. So usually RAM initially like a dip means it's a similar to chip only. It's a similar to chip type only. Okay, dip RAMs. No pictures. Okay, so initially like this is a dip means like a some kind of IC type. Okay, you may see a lot of circuit kind of stuff, right? So that is a IC type. These are regular RAMs, SIM model and all. So this is a world model, SIM model, model. So that is SIM. SIM means single inline memory module. It's a world style. It is like if you take a RAM and the numbering system, the pins are based on that. It's a single inline memory module, not based on a chip arrangement. Not based on chip arrangement. Okay. So DIMM means it's nowadays we are using dual inline memory module. Okay. Next one is RIMM. So the SIM and DIMM and RIMM are both are same. RAMBUS inline. It's a name only RAMBUS inline memory module, but the thing is it's nothing but a DIMM only. But on the RAM, okay, we have a heat sink. It is nothing but DIMM with a heat sink. Usually like a multimedia gaming servers, if you are using a RAM in that one, so we need a lot of heat. It will be generated from the RAM also, so then they will put a heat sink on it. Next one is SO-DIMM. SO-DIMM. Okay, SO-DIMM is it's a DIMM package but small outline. Small outline DIMM. Small outline DIMM. Small outline DIMM. So what is this SO-DIMM? What is this SO-DIMM? Compulsory we should know this what is SO-DIMM. Normal lamps are look like DIMM modules or normally like this, right? In a PC. But what is this SO-DIMM packages? Let's see. This is like this small one. Put a SO-DIMM. See, these are the SO-DIMM packages. See, it is a small outline. So SO-DIMMs are for a laptops, small size. Okay, SO-DIMM packages for a laptops. Next is mini PCs. Okay, nowadays lot of people are either desktop or laptop, but there is a mini PCs also there. So mini PCs, in the mini PCs also we use laptop type of RAMs only. Okay, so this is the mini PC. So in the top we can better now no, don't go, yeah, like this. If you what is this mini PC? Okay, what is this mini PC is? It is nothing but inside there is a small motherboard and a processor, and outside connections are there. It does not comes with usually mini PCs does not come with RAM and storage. RAM and storage based on us only. Okay, some are comes with the RAM and storages, some are won't come with the RAM and storages. So you can choose like you can put your RAM and as well as a you have to open the cabinet, and then you have to insert the RAM and you have to insert the SSD or a laptop type of hard disk, SSD or laptop type of hard disk, and you can simply attach to your monitor in the backside. Open the monitor backside connection, you can simply insert it or simply put it like this. Okay, depends upon your monitor and this one. This is a very small one. See, all connections are there. Of course, some are with a built-in operating system, some are not built in with a operating system. Some are comes with a Windows 10, some are comes with a Linux, some are no ways you have to install it. So like this. See, this is a i7 processor, small in size. I7 in the size like really. If you go to any, these mini pieces are different. These mini pieces are different. This is pen drive type. This is Android kind of stuff. Is a different part. If you go to this one, this is a, Celeron NUC. Okay, Celeron processor, built-in Celeron processor. Like this. See, we can open the cabinet. You have to insert what are the things you want to insert. And wait. There's a different type of mini pieces also there. So it is fit in your palm only. So you have to buy RAM and your SSDs. So total cost is like this. Okay, it is a bare bone kind of stuff. Pentium Silver J and means this is the Celeron processors. Okay, so palm size. Okay, just like best example is okay, the best example for a mini PC how it is look like. We connect a Wi-Fi routers. We connect in built-in Wi-Fi. Mini PCs comes with a built-in Wi-Fi, of course. Uh, so no need of a LAN connection also, but optional LAN connection is there. What we can say, yes, yeah, is this setup boxes are there? Not Tata Sky setup box like that only. If you have a TV also, you can connect directly. You can use as a computer as well as a smart kind of stuff also. Okay, so laptops and mini PCs we use a SO-DIMM type of things. So this is the other things about your RAM. Okay, static RAM. Okay, this is about packages, how RAMs are look like, that one. Okay, so this is about your RAM. Okay, next one is ROM. Next one is we'll see ROM. So I will tell ROM and we'll close the session today. Okay, so what is a ROM? Read only memory, non-volatile memory, permanent memory, of course. All those things I've written here, so compulsory. So, what is a part of ROM? So, what we can say ROM? ROM is nothing but a simple chip, not like our RAM, like you can insert and leave it. ROM is a simple chip on your motherboard. On your motherboard, ROM is a simple chip on your motherboard. So, this is your motherboard. On motherboard, ROM chip is there. Okay, so what is the purpose of this ROM chip? What it contains, what it is contains, that is first we will discuss. It is nothing but a chip on motherboard. A chip on motherboard. Next, what is it is contains? The content, it contains a program. It contains a program or a piece of code. Program or a piece of code. That program we called as a firmware. That is called, we call it as a firmware. Okay, so nowadays we have a different type of firmwares are there. Guys, listen carefully. What is this firmware? When you are start a device, this firmware will tell you how to start a device. Like you given a power connection, you press the power button. After pressing the power button, how to start your device will be told by this firmware only. This firmware only. How to start a PC will be told by this firmware only. You have a mobile phone, smart mobile phone. You press the power button to switch on the mobile, and how to start, that is decided by firmware only. You have featured phones, small mobile phones are there, no? Small one, old age small phone. Still we have, okay, Nokia 1100 kind of models, or maybe Samsung also there. So this, the mobile phones are also having a firmware. Your AC, okay, air ACs are there, no? ACs. You press the power button. How to start? Decided by firmware only. In that circuit, there is a firmware. Okay, you have a anything, mouse, keyboard, or any electronic device, like you power on and it is start working. So then, how it is start? Based on the firmware only. So that is a firmware. In our PCs, we call this firmware as BIOS. Okay, we got a power now. UEFI, BIOS and UEFI. BIOS means, anybody? Anybody will tell what is BIOS? I will tell UEFI. Spelling is difficult for me, that's why I copy pasted. BIOS, basic input output system. Another type of firmware is UEFI. What is UEFI? Is a update version of BIOS. Update version of BIOS. One second, guys. Just wait. Power came now, so you have to check. Okay, here. So it is a update version of BIOS. Very simply say. And on other hand, UEFI is in 64-bit and all. That's we will see later. Okay, so what is this chip? It's a simple chip. It on your motherboard, and it contains a firmware. So the name of the firmware is here BIOS or UEFI. BIOS or a UEFI. Next, next. But when you take a chip, the chip is already program is built. So because of ROM is a non-volatile, means, one second. Sorry. Okay. So it is a built-in chip, means its chip is already built with instructions. You cannot put it anything once it is built. So that ROM chip is only we can read, but we but cannot write again. cannot write again, or you cannot write again. So that is important. So later ROM is introduced. It means it is a ROM chip. It's like a empty chip. Okay, we can write once only. We can write once, but you cannot write again. So that is empty chip. So first is it's empty chip, and you can put some data. That's it. Next one is I will directly go to EPROM. It is called electrically erasable program. Means we can read and write data into chip. How many times you want to do it, you can change it also. That is a ROM chip. Okay, and usually computer chips means the ICs chip are IC. Okay, computer related chip are what we can say ICs. ICs. Okay. So computer chips, I will put a computer chips is built based on CMOS technology. Okay, CMOS technology. So this is important. CMOS technology. Your CPU, RAM, and everything will be based on a CMOS technology only. It is nothing but a transistor. Okay, CMOS complementary metal oxide semiconductor. That is a CMOS. Okay, CMOS complementary metal oxide semiconductor. Okay, actually CMOS is nothing but a transistor. Very simply say CMOS is a transistor. I will, if you want, I will. Earlier we have a BJTs, UJTs. Still we have normal transistors. These transistors are a very low in a switching. Speed is very low. Uh, not much powerful. So then they build a FETs, field effective transistors, and that is also very less. So slow, powerful but slow, like field effective transistor FETs. Later, MOSFETs, MOSFETs. They build a MOSFETs. So these MOSFETs, two type of MOSFETs are there: NMOS and PMOS. Okay. Next, NMOS plus PMOS is nothing but CMOS. Okay. N channel MOSFET, P channel MOSFET. N channel MOSFET, P channel MOSFET. Okay, two MOSFETs are there. So if you combine NMOS and PMOS, CMOS, it's a semiconductor. It is a semiconductor. It means it's a N element, silicon, made up of silicon. Okay, CMOS is made up of silicon. That's it. Okay, it's not a very important point. Just to avoid, to try to reduce the complexity, or maybe some people think it is a CMOS means battery. CMOS does not mean battery. It is a technology. It is a kind of technology to build a chip. To build a chip. Okay. CMOS is a technology, means it's a transistor technology. Okay. Not a simple technology. Okay. So this is the CMOS. Any CSE guys or ECE guys may see in the CMOS directly. What is this? Actually, I said firmware, BIOS, UEFI. Okay, so BIOS and UEFI is nothing but a firmware, which is a program in the ROM chip. So whether it is ROM, PROM, or EPROM, it is simply a program inside of it. So what is that program? Is what is the information in the firmware? In firmware, or firmware, guys, spells are little different. So somewhere as a firmware or firmware or firmware, like that it is there. So it is very simple in English. The spell of certain words are little bit different ways are there. but everything is almost sometimes same. Okay, like a tomato kind of stuff. Okay. In firmware, what is there in the firmware? So what are the data is there? So we'll see. uh, Next, yeah, so in the firmware what we can say, okay, your details motherboard details means data of your motherboard. What is motherboard contains? CPU information, RAM information, all these things on motherboard details. So on motherboard means on motherboard chipsets. Details means chipset details like audio chip. Okay, audio chip, audio chip, video related, VGA related, right now. So video chip, LAN related chip, south bridge, south and north bridge. So I'll put a north here only. So then it is okay like this. So many things are then on motherboard chipsets. Okay, so motherboard connected. So on connected and off connected both are there. On connected, off connected is there. So but both I will put it. First important CPU, your RAM details. Next level is I'm giving two dots. Because it's an important one. So like your hard disk is off details means you connected to motherboard off like your hard disk. If you put SSD, CD or DVD. Okay, CD, DVD, keyboard, CD, DVD, SMPS we are connecting, but details wise, uh, graphic card, AGP, if you put a graphic card, PCXA like that. So what are we connect to that one? Okay, so this is a motherboard connected information. It will store. Next, it will store. Okay, another side. It is a temporary storage is also there. Okay. Um, Time and date. You store the time and date. You store um, supervisor and user passwords. This okay. That is called a BIOS passwords only. This is BIOS passwords. BIOS are a hardware passwords. Actually, you should not say hardware also. BIOS passwords are better. Okay. So enable or disable settings will be stored in the firmware. So on direct store, this is the permanent storage. This part is permanent storage. This is the temporary storage only. This is permanent store. Okay, permanently this data stores in the ROM chip. So you cannot change. You can't remove that data. So because compulsory. This is read when system boot. Okay. So which CPU you are inserted, which RAM you are inserted, what hard disk you are inserted, what CD-RAM you put it, what AGP slot you are putting, what graphic card, what is LAN connection. So those information will be um, okay. PCI related information will read and store in the ROM chip, and this is a purely temporary. So this part is purely temporary. Purely temporary means when power is there, okay, and data will be there. So when power is off, this data will be gone. What I said, okay. Permanent storage is okay, but the temporary one. This is the temporary, and this is also a temporary. This is temporary, this is temporary. Okay, this is a purely temporary. Okay, so when power is off means a turn off the PC. When power off, okay, temporary data in BIOS chip will gone. Okay, it will be lost of the data. To prevent from loss, we a battery use a battery. Okay, this battery is lithium made up of lithium. Okay, it's a lithium battery, 3 volts DC battery. 3 volts DC batteries are DC batteries only. Okay, but 3 volts DC battery, lithium battery. Okay, so this battery also called as Cmos battery. Why we call this battery as a CMOS battery? It's a lithium battery. Never call this. It is not. This battery don't use CMOS technology. Just we call this one as a CMOS battery due to voltage or a power level support CMOS chips. Okay, that's why we call that one as a CMOS battery. So look at this CMOS battery. Like, yeah, this is a CMOS battery. Anyway, it is came here. So this is a CMOS battery. But this circuit, if you see this circuit, these circuits are a CMOS technology. See, this is a P plus N plus is a silicon material, but this is a lithium battery, 3 volts lithium battery made up of lithium only. Okay, CMOS chip, this chip made up of silicon, and this is made up of lithium. Okay, what is the advantage? It give the power supply. CMOS battery give the power supply to, okay, give the supply to your BIOS chip. So then the temporary data keeps the temporary data as long as possible. Okay, so even a system is off, the temporary data won't gone. Okay, so meaning is all the settings reset it to factory default. If you know the old the featured phones kind of stuff, if you remove the battery and reinsert the battery, so what happen automatically, all the time, date, everything is gone. Okay, every data will be removed from it. So why it is happened, the settings will be resetted to factory default. Okay, so time and date, everything will be removed. So that is the problem. To prevent from the loss, we use a battery. So because battery keeps the data alive, battery will run very longer period of time. Like once you put a battery, it will give you 3 to 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, like that. Depends upon your system. More than 3 years it will support, guarantee. Okay, so that is the thing. And lot of people think if you remove the battery, what will happen? Yes, of course, if you remove the battery, what will happen? The data lost. Data will be lost. If you remove battery and reset it. Yeah. So that all settings go to factory default. That is the one thing. Next, when you start your PC, if you got this error, so you must check some error. Okay? Sometimes you will get like this. You got a, you can see in a yellow color, CMOS check some error, default loads. Press F1 to continue, del 2, press enter. Okay, CMOS check some error like this. If you are getting like this, what is the meaning? The battery is weak or not charge in it. Once you got it, okay, but every time you are getting this error. Every time some boots you got this error, it means your battery is weak and no charge in the in battery. So what to do, guys? Please tell me what to do. You got this error, meaning is this. What to do? Change new battery. That's it. Go to market. Maybe it's 10 rupees. Generally cost is 10 rupees only. Depends upon your city and like knowledge base. So they will charge 20 rupees sometimes, or 30 rupees, 50 rupees, 100 rupees, we don't know, but basically the cost is 10 rupees only. Okay, max to max 20 rupees only, not 30, 40 rupees. Someone want to steal your money, they will put a lot of money on it. So quality wise, no quality, nothing. So normal 10 rupees battery will give minimum to minimum 3 years guarantee. Okay, so change to new battery. So that is the one. So remember, change. There is a few more things I want to discuss. One thing is BIOS settings, guys. Remember, one thing I will want to discuss, that is BIOS settings. How to see the BIOS settings? What is BIOS settings? Okay. Uh, One error I already told, but if possible, I will tell again. Okay. Next one is RAM issues. What are the issues and how to troubleshoot with the RAM? Next, CPU related heating issue. Okay, heating related CPU issue. This CPU heating related. Okay, so this is also I have to tell, and tomorrow I will tell that one. Next, tomorrow we'll discuss about hard disk and SSDs. We'll discuss, and if possible, and SMPS. Okay, and then boot processing. Okay, at least boot processing. Just a small introduction to OS tomorrow, and then if remaining is continuous. These are a pending part for today, so tomorrow we'll see it. Okay, so this is about today's class, and because I have a class at 2:30, so guys, that's it for today. Any questions, anything, please ask me.